Okay, so we're going to get into the strong hive today. They're really busy out front. Like I said, it's about 3:30 in the afternoon, and I've only had the top of this hive, so I haven't really been into the hive a whole lot at all, really, just in the top. So I just blew some smoke in the top there. Give it a second, then I'm going to take the top off. Yeah, we were talking about Swiffer pads the other day, and then oil traps. I'm not a big fan of the oil traps. I've actually got an old one here that had oil in it that I threw on the floor. It's been left on the floor, I guess. Not a big fan of them. I find them to be messy, and I don't know. I don't find the beetles tend to go under it rather than in it. That's my experience anyway. From my experience. Okay, so we're inside the hive now, in the top cover. Lots of bees in there. Now what I want to do, I think, is remove the insulation, because I don't think they need it now. It's 17 degrees today. Today's the first day of spring, I believe, and it's only going to get better. Looking for disease as well. See if I can see any mites. They have been treated once, only once, just to give them a blast of oxalic acid. And I know you're supposed to blast them every week for a period of 3 to 5 weeks. I'm just looking at the bees. I'm not physically seeing anything that should concern me. Right now they're super busy. I've got bees in every single frame, so that's a great sign. Right, I'm going to slide this off if I can. Bring it round here. Just knock the bees off. Get that out of the way. How does that? Entrance is super busy. They're bringing pollen in. Wow, they are super busy. So, okay, what I want to do is I'm just going to take the top box right off, because I believe that will be mostly honey stores. I could be wrong, but we're going to go for the bottom box and see what's going on down there. So I'm going to take the Swiffer pads off that I just put on yesterday. Don't see any signs of beetles. Super strong colony. They're going to be dealing with those guys. This is going to be stuck down, and I'm going to make a mess. Try not to make a mess. Okay, there it is. One beetle there I saw one. Oh, I just dropped. Oh well, that's okay. I dropped the pollen. There's a couple of beetles in the fold of this thing, so I got those guys. I'm just going to put that down there. Look at these girls. That's awesome. Yeah, look at these girls. These girls are crazy busy and full. Almost to the point that they need more space. It is early, but they're going to start to think about swarming. Well, not yet, I wouldn't think. I guess what we're going to do is, let's see how heavy this... Oh man, that's stuck in there good. It's going to be stuck down really good with propolis and comb in between. And the bees are going to be holding it together. Let's see if I can get this top box off without dropping it. Oh yeah, that is heavy. Oh, super heavy. A lot of bridge comb. A lot of drone brood. And there's my trap there. Let's get some smoke on these girls. Wow. Let's get this out of here. They seem to have propolised the heck out of this thing. There's like 2 beetles in there and they've propolised it to the point where nothing will go in there. That's pretty funny. So, busy. I want to get rid of all of this bridging comb. Let's take a look at this. Wow. See if I can lift this up. Right, this is a fairly light frame. But the comb looks beautiful. Beautiful comb. See, when you get good coverage with bees, they look after it. We've got nectar in there already. I don't know if that's from last year or this year. I can't imagine they're getting nectar from anything, but there is nectar in there. I'm going to put that down. Now is a good opportunity to look at the drone brood, the larvae, and see if I can see any mites. Now I'm looking, and I'm not seeing any mites at all. They're as white can be. I'm looking at the cross comb, or the bridge comb as you might want to call it. I'm looking at all of these drone brood that are being laid up here. So I've got somebody laying. Hopefully not a drone layer. But I don't see any mites on any of these larvae. So that's a great sign. Okay, so I smoked them, but they've come back up. Super busy hive. Maybe I'm just gonna move the frames over until I get to that drone brood. There is literally thousands of bees in here. That's absolutely awesome. Now I'm just trying to think. I believe that this may have been the swarm that I caught. I'm gonna look back at the videos, see if I can find that. Again, all nectar in this, nectar and honey. So let's move the frames over. Now we're getting into a little bit of bridge comb between the frames that bridges the frames together. A little bit of smoke to get the girls out of the way. For the most part, because it just makes inspecting the hives a little bit easier to get rid of this comb that they've got in between frames. Just lay that down there out of the way for a minute, if I can get it off my glove. Alright, that's good enough for that frame. Have a look at this. What do we have? Again, nectar and honey. Plenty of bees. I'm going to put this one to the side as well, because I'm not worried about brood. Definitely not worried about chilling anything today, because it is quite warm. 17 degrees, sunny. Absolutely beautiful day. It's funny because I was at work this morning till 11 and it was raining, and I thought I really want to get this inspection done today. That was my plan, but then I thought I wasn't going to be able to do it because of the rain. And then all of a sudden the sun came out, dried everything up, and now it's beautiful. And I just happened to look at my pollen cam, and the girls were super busy. Okay, again, nectar and honey. Nectar and honey. I'm going to put this one in the hive. Right, okay, so now we're getting into the brood, I think. I believe this, we're going to get into the brood now because I've got the bridge comb, or sorry, the drone brood on the top of this frame. So more than likely, we're going to start to see brood. If not this frame, the next frame. Yep, I see some brood back there. Got to get this off and be quick because these girls are quick to attend to it. They want to clean out the larvae that I've just upset. As part of their job is to clean house. But I'm doing it for you, girls. I'm trying to get it done for you. Come on out the way. Oh, dropped it in the hive. We'll have to get it when we can see it. Okay. So this, I don't think this frame has brood. Yeah, it's a pretty light frame actually. Just going to have a quick peek. Do I see eggs? I see pollen. A lot of open cells. The comb's not too old. It's not too bad. I don't see eggs in there. This looks like it could use some work. They need some more wax on this frame, this side. Okay, so we're gonna I'm gonna reach down. No, I can't quite reach it. Hang on. Just get those two pieces of comb out that I just dropped. Not too many dead bees at the bottom, like, you know. So these girls have come through out of winter like gangbusters. This could be my savior hive. I'm hoping to get some splits. Yeah, last year I had 2 hives coming out of spring. I said the other day 7 hives, but it was 2 hives coming out of spring, and I did some splits, and I ended up splitting 2 hives into 8 hives, which is, I thought that was pretty cool. Just get this bridge comb, which bridges the bottom box to the top box with drone brood. And like I said, I was looking for signs of beetles. Didn't really see, not beetles, varroa. Didn't really see any signs of varroa, which would be the, you know, crawling around on the larvae. Didn't really see that. Now under here, what do we see? A nice patch of brood on that side. Patch of brood on this side. Maybe a little spotty, I don't know. What do you guys think? It's a little spotty, but it could be just where they're hatching out, emerging, I should say. Trying to remember all the lingo again. A little bit of drone brood up at the top there A little bit of drone brood there, so that means things are starting to get ready to you know, what do you call it? Split. Swarm, that's the word. Trying to get the lingo again. It's been a minute. So the bees are pretty calm. They're not really going after me, which is nice. Nice. They're being nice bees. Good bees. Okay. This one seems like it's stuck somewhere. Come on. What are you stuck on? Oh, that's a weird rattle noise when the bees bother the camera or the microphone. It's funny. I noticed the previous video that I did, I've got a fluffy microphone on, and the bees were all over that, or one or two of them were. Right, we've got a nice patch of brood. Looking for eggs. I see some larvae. There's some larvae down here. And there's larvae down here, fairly fresh larvae. So she's back filling in where they've been emerging from. And do I see eggs? Man, that's difficult to see. Not sure if I see eggs down there or not. Let's have a look on this side. There's a beetle. Yes, we're going to get you. Gone. Larvae on this side. Brood all over here. I just saw some eggs down here in the middle. Yeah, there's eggs in the middle. They're laying down, so they're probably 2 days. So she's probably moved over a frame or two. That would be my guess. That's why there's no eggs on this frame. She's probably moved over. Get rid of this little bit of bridge comb. And wow, there's a lot of bees in here. These frames are pretty busy, mate. It's pretty busy. Okay, we've got some more bridge comb here. Let's get rid of that. Just looking again, I don't see any issues with varroa mites on these larvae, which is where they'd be. They prefer the drone brood because they have longer gestation time. I think that's the right word. We'll just get this little bit of comb there out of the way. And that's all of the bridge comb that I really need to get out. She could even be in the top box laying brood. Who knows where she went? So I've got brood on this side. Larvae. She's pretty busy. There's drone brood down here. There's worker brood down here. There's larvae down here and brood. Lots of larvae on this frame. She's laying up a storm. I don't think I've really got too much to be concerned about with this queen. As long as I don't kill her. And then I think these two outside frames are just going to be pretty much nothing much. Maybe food or just open comb. Lots of bees on them though. Lots of bees. Don't usually see the queen out here. Yeah, honey and resources. So they got lots of honey and resources. They're already dragging the dead drone brood out. And the last frame is honey. So that's excellent. So I'm going to push these frames all the way back over, if I can. Try and get them back into the same sequence. To put the brood back where it was, if I can. Of course I can. It always bothers me that this is the point that you might kill the queen. Because you're definitely going to squash one or two of them. No getting away from that. Alright, let's get these frames back in and get this top box back on. Quite often when you do this, one of the boxes will get loud, right? Because you've taken the queen away from one of the boxes and they know it almost immediately, which is amazing if you think about it. The pheromones that the queen's giving off, they know almost immediately that those pheromones are not in their box anymore, and maybe they're on the box on the ground. It's pretty cool. Right. Okay, so they're down. I'm going to put the Swiffer pads at the very, very top. So I'm going to see if I can knock these girls down off the edges. See if I can get the top box back on. Oh, without squishing too many of them. There's no getting away from squishing a couple of them. Alright, so we're going to have a peek in the top box. I didn't see really any issues with small hive beetles. I saw a few, but nothing to be concerned about. And I didn't see any signs of wax moth. With this amount of bees in here, they would have a hard time. Oh, this is a heavy frame. Yeah, they'd have a hard time. Look at that. Look at the beetles. I forgot the beetle sucker, and I said I was going to bring it. Well, I think I just about got them all. There was probably 8. Oh, there's another one there. There's one more there. Okay, I just about got them all. There was maybe 10. I knew there were beetles in here because we saw them yesterday in the top. When I took all the sugar and everything off, I saw them diving down into the frames. Now, killing as many as I can will definitely give them a hand. Oof. Killing, I'm not allowed to say killing. Dealing with them. Dealing with the small hive beetles for them will give them a heads up. So try and get rid of the cross comb in here, because there's also cross comb on the underside of these frames. It's going to happen again, but if you leave it there, it gives the beetles a place to hide. There's one beetle there. I can't, there he is. Coming this way, there he is. Okay. You know what, I'm going to leave this frame out as well. Give me some room to work. So this frame is honey. There's brood on here as well. So like I said, the queen could be up here in this box. Man, come on, bees. Come on. Come on, girls. Okay, let's get this bridge comb off. I keep saying bridge comb. Cross comb. Bit of smoke on them. They get back on it so quickly. Little piece there. That's it. We'll put that back. So yeah, there is larvae in most of this frame. I am going to have a quick peek, see if I can find the queen, although I don't need to. It's not necessary. I know she's in here. She's doing a really good job. So I'm going to put this frame back in. I'm not going to leave a frame of brood out, even though it is very warm today. It's lovely. A lot of comb up here too that can go. Not just comb, some of it's sugar and propolis. All kinds of stuff up here, good stuff. Okay, what's this? Did I get this one out? I can't remember. No, I didn't. All right, let's take a look at this one. Again, a whole ton of brood. All kinds of brood. See, do I see eggs? Yes. I see eggs on this frame. So there's a really good chance the queen is nearby. These eggs looks like they're a day old. So she's probably moved over to the next frame or so. She's done her duty on this frame. There's a beetle there. One beetle, I'm not going to worry about that. The bees can deal with one beetle. If there's a crowd of beetles, then I can concern myself. Definitely. Let's just get the bees off of this. Okay. In carefully. Try not to make any sudden quick movements. Nice and slow. Things are looking great. Look at this propolis here. Wow, they've really propolized this one in. There's a big goop of propolis right here. At least that's what I believe it is. Maybe it's, no, that's propolis. Look at that. Big goop of propolis right there. Good stuff. I must admit I don't do anything with the propolis personally. I don't know if any of you guys do. If you collect it. I'm just going to have a quick peek in here. Do I see eggs or brood? Yeah, I see eggs in this frame. I do see. Just having a quick look around. Do I see? Haven't actually seen any drones yet, so they haven't actually emerged. No drones have emerged yet. I don't see eggs on this side, so we may have passed her by. There's a good chance we did, because I'm not seeing her. But like I said, I'm not really too worried, because I'm pretty sure that she's in here doing a great job with the amount of brood she's got in here. Wow, that's great. Like both boxes. The whole reason for doing these videos is so I can look back and kind of double check what I saw, because I usually forget. But I don't often go back and look at them. So I go back to the comments. That's about it. What do I see here? I don't see any eggs on this side. But I do see eggs on this side. So this is kind of like the last place she would have been, I would have thought. Saw one beetle there. Not going to worry too much about one beetle, like I said. Not seeing the queen. She could be running. They do that. When they see the light, they run to the darkness. So she could well have moved over to another frame. Wow, this looks like a good frame. Oh, it's glued right in there. Wow. That's a lot of propolis they've put in here. Can I get this? Oh yeah, come on. Oh, that's stuck in there good. This is a heavy frame, so it's gonna be nectar and honey. Look at all the honey on that frame. That's a full frame of honey from last year. So they didn't go through their stores, not even close. Not even close. They had plenty of honey. Plenty of honey from last year. I was able to get 18 gallons of honey last year, which I think is pretty good. Six hives. How much honey did you guys get? I know Dave got a lot more than me. I actually sold the last 2 jars of honey, because I do sell some to friends and family. Well, family I give it to, but friends, you know, friends that are work friends or whatever, I do charge them, because beekeeping, as you know, is not cheap. There's a lot of expense in beekeeping when it comes to equipment, medications, feed, frames. Oh man, the amount of frames that I've purchased over the years. I think well, and I know a lot of you guys have probably looking at me. I got a small operation, I get it. I don't know how you guys can do it with like 1,000 hives or 25,000 or more. You got to have employees. I'm just a one-man gig, just doing it by myself in the backyard. I'm hoping that this year that I can get back up to 6 hives. I've actually ordered a couple of nukes, thinking, oh, that one's stuck. Ooh, that'll upset them. Yeah, they don't like the jarring so much, you know, when you jar the frames. So this is another frame that's got honey on both sides, and it's heavy. It's a heavy frame of honey. There's a beetle, got that one. Right, so there is cross comb again, as I say, with most of these frames. Pretty much all of them had some cross comb. Now sometimes the bees make little spots for the beetles to like corral them. So you sometimes see that. There's another beetle I just killed, smashed. There's 2 more here. I'd like to smash them, but they're the honey. Oh, they're horrible. Can't stand the beetles. Okay, well, the other one disappeared. I missed that one. Missed that opportunity. We're going to put these back in. I'm thinking that they're going to take care of any beetles that I miss, so I'm not too worried. Oh, that's a lot of bridge comb. Cross comb, I keep saying bridge comb. That's a lot of cross comb. It's a lot of cross comb. That's a lot of cross comb on these frames. Another frame, both sides, honey and nectar. There's another beetle. I'm going to get that one. Okay. There's a bee in my glove. There's no way there's a bee in my glove. There is one bee that's on me. So, okay, I apologize for disappearing there. There was a bee that was in my hood, but thankfully she didn't sting me, and thankfully I was able to free her without getting smushed. So this frame's got nectar on this side, all nectar on this side, and honey and nectar on this side. So these girls are looking real good. Real good. So I want to push these frames back to the same positions as best I can anyway. Yeah, they're both store-bought boxes. I've made some boxes that weren't quite deep enough, which kind of sucked, because the frames would drag. They would drag a little bit, which is not really ideal. There's a big chunk of propolis here. See, can I get that? Nice piece of propolis. Let's get these frames back in some sort of order here. Come on, girls, move. These girls are busy. Busy, busy bees. They're going to start to get really annoyed with me soon, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Close the hive up. The outside frames are all honey. I didn't keep any of the brood out for too long. All of the frames look like they're pretty good quality comb. The dark comb, I save some of that for the swarm traps, because I know they like the old comb in the swarm traps. Knock the bees off, because they're just going to get folded over. As I put this in here, don't really want to roll any bees. Let's get on the situation, especially me. Woo! Smoke the girls down a bit. Put that there. We'll get the Swiffer pads back in place. Bees, you got to get get those remaining beetles into the Swiffer pads. Come on, in you go. I hate squishing bees, but you nearly always get one or two. And the lid. Well, that was pretty exciting. That was a good inspection. I didn't see the queen in there, but there's tons of signs she's in there. I saw eggs, larvae. I saw lots of brood. Look at these girls. They're all over me. They're all over me because I smell like bees. That's why. Look at them. They're on my gloves. Anyway, go home. Go home. Talking of going home, I'm going to go home now. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So you got to say it, right? I'm going to just show you the bees up close. See all the pollen that's coming in. Let's hope we have a really good bee season this year. Looking forward to it. Take care now. Bye.